joint session. Please be seated.
The last time we met was on the 8th of September, prior to the independence celebration. And therefore, I allow time, as a matter of fact, for us as Papua New Guinean to celebrate the 47th year of independence celebration. However, I gave certain instructions that when we return back today, which is the 22nd, I have hoped that most of the things that have been directed, not only directed, but it must be followed. Before going any further, the Commission would like to extend its condolences to the late Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II for her passing. And second to that is the tragic death of Fego Kiniafa. The Commission would like to extend its condolences to the immediate family. He was one of the key witnesses to this Commission of Inquiry, and therefore, in respect to that, we give our condolences to the immediate family. We have traveled quite fast this year, and as the time is coming closer, we are squeezing a lot of things, like I have said. Noting the fact that there are a lot of us that we have our responsibility that we deal with on a daily basis. But insofar this Commission of Inquiry is concerned, we are limited to our time factor. And therefore, as Commissioner, this is my inquiry. I like this inquiry to do the best that it can. And I have also sent out a message to all of you that you need to participate positively so that we bring a positive result insofar this Commission of Inquiry is concerned, because of the nature of its public welfare that this country needs to know. I'm adamant on that, and that's the reason why I'm focused to get this thing through. But without further ado, before I look at the agenda items this morning, which we have a list of them, Council, take us through.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning.
Commission, please. Your initial G, Your Honor. Council assisting. Commissioner, you will note there are a number of matters on today's diary. Total of 37, Commissioner. Commissioner, what I propose to do is to specifically mention matters, or rather generally address these matters and deal with two two specific matters, Commissioner, relating to evidence, key witnesses, and then I propose to then submit that those two particular summonses be adjourned to specific dates, and that the balance of the agendas on the items be adjourned to next week, Thursday. Now, Commissioner, those two specific matters, if I can firstly commence with agenda item number 1, that's summons number 21, issued to the Prime Minister, Honorable James Marape. Now, Commissioner, as you indicated earlier, due to the passing of late Queen Elizabeth II, the Prime Minister was amongst a number of head of state dignitaries that attended her funeral in London over the Independence weekend. I understand from my conversation with his lawyer this morning, Mr. McNally, that the Prime Minister is still on duty travel. He is currently in the United States of America. Thereafter, he will attend to matters in Australia, and then the Prime Minister will then head on to Japan to complete his duty travel. Now, in those circumstances, the lawyer for the Prime Minister has requested that we adjourn and extend the summons number 21 to the 13th of October, Commissioner, which is 3 weeks from now. In relation to the status of compliance of summons number 21, Commissioner, there is a letter we received just this morning from Gemma Lawyers indicating that a draft affidavit for the Prime Minister has been prepared, and it is basically awaiting his signature. Now, obviously, we understand that cannot occur because of the Prime Minister's unavailability due to travel commitments. So, Commissioner, that's the first item that I propose to mention and deal with in terms of the matters for this morning. Now, the second matter, Commissioner, your Commissioner turns to item number 12.
Yes.
Now, Commissioner, that's in relation to summons number 19. That was a summons issued to the then Valuer General of Papua New Guinea, Mr. Gabriel Michael. Commissioner, as indicated earlier on previous hearings, Mr. Michael was engaged in the national elections. He's no longer a public servant. However, he has, at his own expense, made arrangements to travel down to Port Moresby from Western Highlands. He's currently in Port Moresby. He has indicated his availability to attend the commission next week, Tuesday, Commissioner. That's the 27th of September, 2022 at 10 a.m. Commissioner, we propose that summons number 19 be extended to that particular date and time, at which time we are then able to liaise with other witnesses and other interested persons who wish to cross-examine Mr. Michael, so then a specific date can be fixed for that to occur. Commissioner, that deals with that touches on other summonses.
Yes.
Apart from those are the two specific summonses that I wanted to mention in terms of fixing particular hearing dates. The other summonses, Commissioner, the statuses basically remain unchanged. So we submit that the balance of the summonses be extended to next week, Thursday, 29 September 2022 at 10 a.m. So, Commissioner, if you can make directions in those terms.
Thank you, Council. Circumstances can come out when we least expect it, and they are unavoidable. like in the case of summons number 21 and summons number 19. Given the gravity of the situation and to the level of understanding insofar natural justice is concerned, I'm fully aware of the fact that our Prime Minister is on a worthy mission insofar our country is concerned. And therefore, he must give all the benefit to also assess and make sure that we are not also affected by this. Similarly, with the Evaluator General on summons number 19, I'm fully aware of the fact that he was a public servant at the time, but just recently he went into election, and that's where the situation is at the moment. I will give these two specific directions in relation to summons number 21 and summons number 19. That firstly, the summons number 21 to the Prime Minister is now extended to the 13th of October, which is about 3 weeks from now. We want to give him as much benefit so that he is available, so that he can sign his statement, or better still, he may wish to come and attend the inquiry. And therefore, I have now extended the summons to 13th of October 2022 at 10 a.m. for mention. Secondly, with summons number 19 in relation to the Evaluator General, I have now given the direction that it is returnable on Tuesday, which is the 27th of September 2022, Tuesday week. That direction is now being given for the Evaluator General to appear before the Commission in relation to his evidences that have been submitted to the Commission of Inquiry. Council, take note of that. I'm also aware of the Attorney General position that Ms. Lillian Ipu, who was here on 8 September, has sent a message that has reached us that she's on duty travel. And therefore we accept on the basis that she's on duty travel. When the Commission take note of that. So along with the others, summons that were issued earlier than that, I like to make some special references to that. I think our council has made it clear that there will be a blanket direction on these other summonses because of the reason that we need to do a proper audit on that. and also because the lawyer who represents who is handling this summonses is not available today, and given the benefit of doubt, we need to adjourn it for this specific reason. I now give direction that all items that appear on our daily diary, excluding summons number 21 and 19, I'm giving a blanket approval that these summonses be further adjourned to the 29th of September. Take note of that. If you have been served with the summon, and if you have not yet been served, it is returnable on the 29th, which is Thursday. Excluding summons number 21 and 19, which I have given the direction on. Council, that's the direction that I'm giving on the other summonses that have been issued, but then it depends on the audit part of it. We have to establish which one have been served and which one are not. Then we deal with that. But as a matter of fact, I've extended to Thursday, which is the 29th of September, 2022. Thank you, Council.
Mr. Commissioner, please, and just for completeness, Commissioner, the time for all those summonses are 10 a.m.
Yes.
For the record.
10 a.m., 29th of September, 2022 for Manson.
Commissioner, please. Commissioner, just I noticed also there is also a pending decision on leave application number 5, Commissioner. Commissioner, you will recall Mr. Keeper, who appeared last week, indicated that a decision would be handed down today. Now, I understand that Mr. Keeper had difficulty contacting the applicant, who fortunately is in attendance this morning. I informed the applicant that given the difficulty in contacting him, we were proposing to have this particular decision handed down next week, Thursday as well, Commissioner. So just by way of mention, perhaps if the Commissioner can simply note that the ruling on leave application number 5 will be handed down next week as well. That's the 29th of September at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Council.
Other than that, Commissioner, no further matters.
The ruling on this application number 5 is supposed to be handed down today, but I put it to next Thursday for the ruling to ensure that council assisting the landowner group is informed, and so as the group members who are participating in this group, you must be also aware and be present when the ruling is handed down next Thursday, which is the 29th. I'm also led to believe that on the 8th, the council assisting the Commission of Inquiry have made specific references to additional application that you may wish to submit, which is open under the extended terms of reference that we're in right now in dealing with all those issues. I'm sure most of you must have, especially to do with the landowner group. I made specific reference on that because that's one of the fundamental issues that the Prime Minister have embarked on, is to extend the terms of reference so that you can be included in this Commission of Inquiry. That is the fundamental issues that you take note of. We don't have much time left by way of sitting here and telling you people, given the gestational notices that I have to end this inquiry by December 16, 2022, let alone the fact as we go through, and we'll see how things develop from the period onward. Council, there's one more thing that I like to mention. To those council who are assisting, that you have also been served with a notice. From records that I have been lenient enough to allow adjournment after adjournment. And that is not to say that it is not meeting the objective of the Commission of Inquiry, which leave a big question on me, whether the people are doing the work enough to pursue the cause of what we're doing. Evidences can determine the levels of participation. Strictly speaking, those other witnesses that have been served with the summons, that if you feel that there is a need for you to turn up, I have already mentioned earlier on that you need to, in the interest of this nation and in the interest of this Commission of Inquiry. Because I cannot sit here for the next 1 year in dealing with all those issues. It must come to an end. That's the reason why councils sit down, get the reps in order, get things moving, get the work completed, get the commission into a perspective where we are doing a work to reflect on the performances that we have achieved. So with all those summonses that have been served and some are still in transit, I must warn that in the next week or so leading up to Thursday, which is the 22nd, I'll be very concerned on how these are being handled. The seat that I'm sitting on is also on fire, meaning that I need to get the work done. But if I have to get it done, it must include the collective participation of everyone. And those of you that are listening either on our Facebook page, you're watching live this morning, I'm appealing to you as citizens of this country. If you think that you have something to come and present yourself here to assist this Commission of Inquiry, you're most welcome to come. And I've given until the 22nd of September, which is just next week, for you to come and present yourself. In the event that these things are happening, I have no other option but to use the forces of the law that is required to get those people to come and provide reasons as to why you are not coming to attend this commission of inquiry and give an explanation. That is the position that I'm taking. And that is the interest of this country. I need to get this work moving, and I need to achieve the objective of this commission of inquiry. So councils assisting, managers, bureaucrats who are dealing with all those things, I appeal to you. Please assist us. This is a commission of inquiry. Your offspring depends on the work that we do. In the next span of 100 years, when we are not around, we have put a legacy behind that our children can look at what we have done in the course of steering this country in the way it should run. There's a lot of controversial issues that surrounds the work of the Commission of Inquiry, but I must make a point here that I'm not here sitting here not doing anything. I am here to make sure that this work must achieve its objective. And the objective is to ensure that the extended terms of reference that the government has asked us to complete must be done in an orderly manner, and the result comes out as expected. That is the remarks that I would like to give to all those who have come. That you have a genuine summons by weeks. Shortly it will come to pass that that's the end of this. It must come to an end. We need to get on with the work. October is the time where I like to go into the substantive hearing of this Commission of Inquiry, where key witnesses are being examined and cross-examined. It's not a time where you come and seek for adjournment. That's the roadmap that we have taken, and I'm guided by the roadmap. October is the substantive hearing. November is report writing time. December is to hand over the report to the Prime Minister and the executive government. That is the position of the Commission. If you are not fully aware of what's going, go to our website. There's a lot of information that you can get from our website or even our Facebook page. We have the promulgation of rules and practices that our legal team has put together that guides you in this Commission of Inquiry, that give effects to the statement of case that we have been following throughout and the extended terms of reference. Read it carefully and follow it. September 8th, I gave an illustration on 2 key words, if my vocabulary serves me right: compliance and adherence. I have said it very clearly that if you comply with some of those things and then you follow it, you will have no problem. And when we come here, what we seek and what we're trying to get to assist this Commission of Inquiry will come to fruitage. It means that we have achieved our aim. So, Council, that's a short remarks this morning. I have given these directions and a blanket one of all those other summonses that have been served, that it is returnable on the 29th, which is the next week, with the other one, which is summons number 19, which is returnable on the 19th, which is Tuesday, on the Valuer General, and the Prime Minister, which is now extended to the 13th of October. Thank you, Council. These are the directions, and these are the remarks that the Commission sees fitting that we need to comply with to help achieve what we're here to complete. Thank you. If we have no other agenda items to deal with, in light of what has been presented this morning, until I see you again on Thursday, which is the 29th, Associate, you can now adjourn all the matters to Thursday, which is the 29th of, the 27th of September 2020. Thank you, Council.